Hi everybody, my name is Riza Casabuena-Harrison and I am here to do a quick presentation about professional dispositions. So the main goal of this video is to give you a brief and concise answer to some question prompts regarding disposition of teachers. So going to our first question, it's asking about the teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning and practice, upholding professional expectations, and collaboratively advancing the profession. So I believe that teachers are supposed to utilize diverse teaching methods. They are supposed to cater to the different needs of the students. It is also important that as teachers, we establish a safe, supportive learning environment and establish close relationships with our learners. It is also important that we continuously engage in a cycle of learning. So during the assessment of kids, we try to analyze the data. We can create new goals about those data based from the results of those data, and it's going to be a cycle. Also, it is important that we implement and adjust our practices based on the needs of our learners. This ties up with bullet number 1. And also, because we are teachers and we have to be role models to our learners, we also have to maintain ethical standards of practice and also engage to continuous professional development. For the second question, what dispositions do I currently have that I think would make me successful and also what I still need to improve on? So just a quick background, I have been a teacher for 14 years now, and I would say that the following are some of my dispositions. So I know that I have a desire, a huge desire to learn new things, and because of that, I try my best to engage to lifelong learning. I also do my best to be actively participating in discussions in the classroom with my students and also with my colleagues. And also, I am aware that there's a lot of changes going on in education, and so I try my best to exercise open-mindedness and willingness to embrace the change. Now, also in those 14 years, I'm gonna say that I am not perfect and I still have some things to work on. And that includes my prejudice. I have to work on being free from prejudice, from biases. It's still a work in progress for me. And also with the situation that educators have nowadays, it's been really tough. Educators' plates are so full, and so sometimes it's really tough to see the positive side of things. Since I mentioned biases earlier, what would be the effect? What could be the effect of biases on teaching and learning, and how can I take it into perspective? So biases definitely can have a huge impact in different aspects of education. It can affect how we interact with each other, with other teachers, with our kids as well, how we design our learning activities. Biases can also affect that. And so I believe that it is our responsibility to make sure that we educate ourselves to to address that bias. So we try our best to learn more about different culture, about different groups, make ourselves aware that they exist. Also, for whatever action that we have, we always make sure that we hold ourselves accountable. And in times of stress or pressure, we try our best to practice mindfulness so that we can eliminate as much bias as we can. And lastly, how can I uphold and adhere to academic and professional integrity as a teacher? So we have discussed this in class already, and it is very important that we acknowledge sources. And as a teacher, I have to model that for my learners. They have to be mindful of the resources that they are using and make sure that they are truthful and credible. Also, it is important that I stick to the ethical guidelines of a teacher. And it is also important that for my own personal development, I ask for feedback because I will not be able to assess myself. It's the other people who can see me as a teacher, as a colleague. Their feedback will be able to help me improve myself. So that's it. Thank you very much.